HALLUF, guys, or HALLUF, however you pronounce this map. I'm not a fan of this map at all. I'm just going to kind of preface with that. But on this map, there's a position that I like to take from the southwest spawn. It's a bush that's right next to this rock, and also there's a tree here as well that you can knock. And a lot of people have told me in a video that I brought about this location a few months ago, that whenever you knock down this tree, people blind fire it all the time. I find that, at least on the NA server, this doesn't happen as often as you'd think, right? I will knock down a lot of bushes, bushes. I will knock down a lot of trees near bushes, like in bush lines, and it's very rare that I get blind fired, guys. I won't lie. Like, yes, I do on occasion, but it just doesn't seem to happen as often as people tell me that it happens to them. So this is going to be the perfect example of how this position in G6 area, it looks like, or H6 area works, right? This bush in H6 is really, really good if you're going to get these random heavies that are going to push into the dip like this. Like, I'm not sure what was going on here, but also, it's an example of how you can kind of outspot enemy tank destroyers. The TVP poked here, you even will spot people up on top of this hill. At the very edge of your view range, the very end of it, you will spot people in this area, and anyone who's going to like come up like close to the edge of this surface here, this like ridge line, if you want to call it that, you will spot these people. I'm telling you, like, just make sure you have CVS, and if you're at a lower tier, run Binox, and this position is effective. I've proven it many times. I've only recorded it a few times, but I've gone here a lot, and I'm telling you, like, you wouldn't think that this is a good area because a lot of people seem to be out of your like view range, especially up here, like where the Scorpion just got spotted. But look at that, man. We spotted him right at the edge of my view range, right? Because there's no foliage there for him. He poked out a little too far, and we spotted him. And we have 3,300 spotting because these two heavies decided to push. And that's pretty rare. But I'm telling you guys, on HALLUF, this map is such garbage. Like, there's nothing else for you to do, really. And you either can make this play. We get some spotting on the Mod 1. You can make this play, or you can sit up here and just camp like a tank destroyer, or you can run out over to this rock in the middle, which I never get anything from this area over here. Like, you're more than welcome to try this area, and then you have like one light tank that pokes up like this, and the other one pokes up like this, and it becomes a stalemate, and you're like perma-spotted, and eventually your team's going to lose the hill if they're going to lose the hill, and then people will get shots at you from this little, there's like a gap over here. Why can't I draw anymore? My pen broke. But in this little gap right here, there's still a gap where there's like a kind of like almost like a little valley or ditch on the top there, and people will be able to poke out and shoot you here. Like, I just don't ever do well at this spot. If you do well, fine, go for it. But yeah, man, I don't even consider that an option anymore. And yeah, 4,200 spotting. So, I mean, this position still works. I just had this game a few days ago, right, guys? I mean, it's not like this is years ago or anything. So this position is still, it's still working. However, I find it rare that two heavies are going to push like this. So if you get into this position, be happy with 1,500 spotting, 2K spotting, and then you might have to start running the middle of this map here, like this little hill and stuff. But this, dude, I'm telling you, man, like, this map, dude, like, I'm literally asking the guys in the top left, like, how are you guys still fighting up here? There's two heavies, the Mod 1, you know, there's, like, so many people down here. I feel like these guys should have been already taking over this 1-2-3 area. The AMX 5100, I'm not sure what this guy is doing. He's, like, sitting on the corner. Like, this guy should just push, man. Like, these guys need to just win the 1-2-3. And then this way I can even go up there and then start spotting for them, right? I can advance here, but the problem is we have the Skoda and all this. So I'm trying to kind of advance now and get away from this area. The Skoda is coming all the way up, and now I will have shots at the Skoda, but Udez is hitting me as well. At least we're spotting him. But this is a thing, man, is like when you're on this map, in the middle of this map, like right in this area, you're exposed to so many tanks, and that's why I freaking hate HALLUF. Like, there's just no... there's no route to advance safely on this map. What you have to do, at least given the enemy team's current positioning, right? What you normally have to do is advance. Like, I really wish I had my pen. For whatever reason, I can't. It's like broken, man. But if you come up this way right here, right? If you come up like this and go up this pathway, there's actually a bush right here that you could sit in. I hate these KV5s, by the way, man. I can't pen this guy. I don't know how you're supposed to pen these things, man. I'm telling you, like, I've looked at the armor of the KV5, and I kind of know where you're supposed to pen it, but I still can't. I can never pen it. You come up this pathway, guys, right? And there's a bush right here. There's actually a bush right here that you could use to spot people in this area. But in order to do that, everyone has to be eliminated from the map. You can't have an enemy light tank sitting in this area. You know, you can't... If there's any mediums that have pushed over here, it's not going to work, you know. It's just so freaking tricky to make this area of the map work, and that's why I'm so passive here. And I've told you guys this many times. Even when I come up to this area up here, regardless of what spawn I'm at, this side is almost better because you can stay up on the top of the ridge, right, and just poke here. There's like a little bush right here, and you can actually just poke up on this hill. I prefer to do that. I don't even like coming down here if I don't have to. But unfortunately, from the southwest spawn, you have to go down here, man, or you're literally going to get ripped apart in the chat, like LT, WTF. You know, people are going to be like, go spot, and you have to try, right? So that's really your only option, because you can't spot people from up here, really. You kind of can maybe outspot this area, but when you're on the northeast spawn, it's so much easier to poke this ridgeline, because you can spot pretty much the entire enemy team. But from here, you can't. It's just the way it works, man. It's like the way the angle works of the ridgelines. We're cleaning up the UDES here. Sorry, I'm kind of missing these shots. And now we're just going to go for the TVP and the M40. I think the M40 appears in A0. I think that's where he ends up being. And now we're going to go for the TVP. So I'm going for the TVP. I know where this guy is. So I'm going to poke this. Okay, I actually thought he might have been like down here, but he ends up here, right? And now he's going to jump off and I guess kill himself, right? And then I'm going to jump off at the very end here. You can do this. There's actually no little ridge you can stay at here. So once you fall off of here, that's it. But I had thought that perhaps, okay, this guy was somehow on the corner here, because I've seen this before. I've seen this actually many times before, where people will sit like right here in this corner and wait for you to YOLO them. So when I came down this area here, I figured that this guy was going to be sitting like right here, right? He ends up over here. So I guess he took these rocks and just sat right here. And this is another location you can go to at the very end of the game if you want to be funny, or just, I guess, try and get as much as you can out of the game. You can sit right here. You can fall down this little cliff edge, and you can sit right here, and people will be forced to basically jump off after you, and they might ram you. You can get some extra damage that way. It's not the worst idea. Like if it's a game like 15-4, I'm not saying do this if it's like 15-12 or something, but if it's a raffle stomp, like you could try this, man. And it's pretty funny too when people like jump off the cliff. But this, I say all this and talk about this in detail because this guy messaged me after the game, and he was like, oh dude, he was like spamming me with all kinds of curse words and stuff, you know? And I'm like, dude, what is your problem? And I guess he thought that I was like cheating or something. You knew exactly where I was, and you went to the exact position in order to shoot me, where I couldn't shoot you, and you didn't take any damage. And I'm like, I was kind of stunned. I'm like, okay. So I messaged him back like, sorry that I'm a smart player, I guess. Like I don't know what you're trying to. I don't get like your argument here. Like what are you so mad about, man? Like that I poked around the edge and shot you? Like I don't understand. Like just because I kind of knew where you were, like there's only so many. I messaged him. I'm like, dude, there's only so many options on HALLUF, on this map. Like you know what I mean? You can only be in so many areas. Like if you're spotted here, he has to be somewhere in this area. He fell down the cliff and he's sitting here. He's sitting here. He's sitting in this little corner, whatever. Or he's like over here where I thought he was. Like I actually thought he was in here. But I guess this guy thought I knew exactly where he was and that I was cheating because I got shots on him. Like this is really the only angle that I could get shots on him, right? So I guess in a way he's right, but it's like, why are you mad about that, man? I don't know. He was really, really mad, man. Like sometimes when these people message you, man, and it's like in like it's in broken English and all curse words. I'm like, man, you know, these people that have much lower IQ than you, like just don't even bother getting into an argument with them. I'm not trying to insult people, man, but like I'm not the smartest person in the world, man. I would say I have slightly above average IQ, but you know that these people have low IQ when they're typing in broken English and cursing at you just for playing the game like a normal person. Like, just don't even bother, man. Just type GG and just exit out of it. I'm telling you, like, don't do what I do, guys. Like, I really like to challenge people in this game because I've played it for so long and I get so annoyed at some people and I'll try and challenge them. Don't do that, especially as a baboon. Don't do that, man. I'm telling you guys right now, do not play or do not play the game like that, I should say. Like, don't argue with people, like, just whatever, man. Just hit the affirmative key, GG, whatever. You're a shitter, LT, thank you. Like, just who cares, man? Like, you know. So anyway, that's it for El Haluf, guys, and let's take a look at the end plates, man. First class, 5703 spotting, 842 damage. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine getting into a game, it's El Haluf, and you do 5703 spotting, guys? Because I can't. And somehow it's right in front of me, and I still can't believe it, right? 842 damage. We had 4 kills here, 1236 experience. And that's pretty much it, guys. We made 123k. I wasn't even running any reserves or anything like that. Or is that what they're called? Whatever those things are called. And we were running premium, so I guess that's why we get a good amount of credits here. But yeah, 5703 spotting, guys. I mean, for El Haluf, this is absolutely insane. It's very, very good numbers. And I got the free day of premium, so I didn't even buy premium or anything like that. I got the free day through the battle pass, so you guys can do that as well, and then pop your boosters, right? I think they're both called that, boosters, but people then it says like something reserve, right? Something like that. Whatever, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes when I start recording these videos, I just can't think of the simplest things, man, because you're so focused on describing everything for the viewers of what you're seeing in the replay and kind of what you want to focus on the video. Like, I want you guys usually my videos have a focus, and this focus was how the heck do you do 5700 spotting on El Haluf? Well, here's how you do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you for the next one. Take care. Bye bye.